Hey, listen, this guy has been fly since '94 when I first met him. 6-time, or even maybe more time Grammy winner. He's been such a contributor to the culture. Sometimes, Tracy, you got consumers and you got customers. This man has been a definite contributor to the culture. Sir Luscious Left Foot himself here to celebrate a new project with Sleepy Brown called The Big Sleepover. A lot of you know him from Outkast, but he's done a whole lot outside of Outkast. Welcome him back to the show, the one and only Big Boy.
Big Boy!
What's up, buddy? What's going on, man?
Hey, man, how you feeling, man? It's great to see you.
Man, I'm super fantastic, phenomenally well, perfectly whole, complete, blessed, and highly favored as usual.
Okay. Congratulations on the new project. When I saw you sit down with Mike, man, I thought it was one of the most refreshing, by the way, and enlightening conversations I've seen you have. And I'm listening to all those people who influenced you back in the day. Who are some of the musicians that really stuck to your heart back in the day that influenced who you are today?
Definitely Bob Marley, Kate Bush, NWA, Ghetto Boys, UGK, 8 Ball, MJG, Two Live Crew, Tribe Called Quest, Temptations, the Isley Brothers, Sade, Anita Baker. It can go on and on, man.
Yeah, the reason why I want you to say those names because now you're in those names of people when folks say, well, who influenced you? You know, your name comes up, you know. And I'm wondering if back when you first came out, did you think you'd be releasing music this long? You know, a lot of those people you're talking about stop, some continue, but did you think this much time later you'll be releasing new albums?
I just felt like as long as I enjoyed it and still was motivated, you know, it's definitely a part of my heartbeat. And I challenged myself. I mean, if I stayed excited, then I mean, as long as the music is evolving and you know, you keep reinventing yourself, like it's fun, you know what I mean? So you never know when you start, but I mean, when you're in it, you're in it.
Reinventing yourself. How do you do that? Like everybody has to take their own route. When did you realize, man, I gotta flip the script. I gotta reimagine what my future. What stage of your career did you feel like you first reinvented yourself?
Yeah.
I guess after we got out of high school, you know, we got out of high school, we was before we was Outkast, we was 2 Shades Deep. That was the name of the group. I was Black Dog and Dre was Black Wolf. And then we came up with the name Outkast because the group Jagged Edge had started calling themselves 4 Shades Deep. So it became, and it went from Big Boy to Dre and then later on in Fat Section 3000. And so we had to flip it from the beginning.
2 Shades, okay. All right. Trigger, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I absolutely do. Big Boy, I'm so happy that you're with us. You are one of my favorite artists. And I think though a lot of people will definitely turn on a Big Boy track for high energy and for just maximum creativity, I don't know how many people are like me where you have one of the best like sensual songs in my opinion. And from this project with Sleepy Brown, thinking about the song Animalz, right? Which I feel like could definitely be played to set a mood, you know? And it had me curious because of how long you've been in the rap game and the music game. And especially as a rapper, there's so much sexual temptation. And for all of these years, from 94 up to 2021, how has your relationship with lust changed or stayed the same?
Well, I had to tame it, you know. I mean, when we first started out, you know, we were teenagers, like 16, 17, was like loose cannon. But, you know, throughout the years and having a wife and kids, you kind of get that foundation, and it's not about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the main things that I can contribute to success is having that foundation and having that home base. But still, I'm Aquarius, and me and Rick James got the same birthday, so I'm gonna be a freak to the day I die. You know what I mean? We freak at home. Stay freaky at home. Yeah, stay freaky at home. Yeah.
Completely respect it. Yes. And it's also a reminder, that married life can be just as exciting as any other status. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as a whole in hip hop, as we continue to mature, we're seeing that through you, through a lot of your peers, and I feel like that's really important to masculinity specifically as well.
Yeah. You just can't just spread your seed everywhere. You know what I mean? You gotta, if you're gonna have these kids, man, you gotta really be there for them. And I've been a firm believer in that because I got a big family, so I couldn't just have like 8, 9 kids everywhere. You know what I mean? Because all of them need attention and love and nurturing. And to this day, that's one of my proudest moments. It's not music; it's being a father and actually having 3 respectable, mannerable kids that are contributing to society. Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Absolutely, man. Being a father, I salute you on that. How do your kids like your music?
Oh, they love it. They love it, man. Like they've been listening to, I mean, I give them the new stuff out of the studio. They like my little secret A&Rs. You know what I mean? They've been doing that since they was babies. Like I come home and like, say for instance, it was a song like Bombs Were Bad that I played and my little boy was like just born and just going crazy. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, cool, that's the one. Or, you know, when they get up in age, then they started turning me on to stuff. Like my daughter has a playlist that's so crazy. Like she, you know, keep me in tune. And then the boys, they keep me up on the latest trap music and who hot and who not. But they got real eclectic taste, man.
They got real eclectic taste. And I met his kids too. And congratulations on their success as well. The big sleepover, man, sonically, man, I really love when you and Sleepy get together, man. From Make You Move to now, man, you dudes have done nothing but great work, you know, and sonically, especially for those who really love music. And some of us actually played instruments and took courses in music, and the layers and the frequencies that you guys hit sonically is always on point. You know what I mean? It's always on point. How did you develop the sound? Was it you, or are you working with a team? How did y'all develop it for this album?
It was actually, you know, the formula, the organized noise behind the boards. I got a whole stable of producers at Stankonia in my studio that's working around the clock, as well as, you know, some of my partners like Point Guard from 1500 to Nothing or Calvo the Great. That just, you know, send me beats. I beat harvest all year long. So I might have 500 to 1,000 songs in my phone, and I just keep my phone on shuffle. And when I'm in the car, if I ain't listening to you, I'm listening to beats. You feel me?
Come on, man. I see how you did that.
So if something jump out at me, I just take a screenshot at it, go to the studio, and just go to work.
You know, Big Boy, you are so incredible as a solo artist, but you're also incredible when it comes to just working with people, like long projects. Obviously this was Sleepy Brown, major, obviously Outkast, but also thinking about Fantogram. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering, because there are such a group of people who are so much like, I could do it all by myself. You know what I mean? This very like DIY generation, which I understand and I commend, but there's also strength in numbers, you know? Can you talk about how collaborating with other people on long-term projects has been meaningful to you personally, and also through the years, what have you learned about handling group projects?
I think with me, I'm definitely a team player, and I really go strong off of energy. So or vibe. So if it's somebody brings something to the table, I'm gonna bring something else. You know what I mean? I kind of like to try to shake it up and break it up, just so it's not monotonous. And through the years, just I like to work with people who have vision. You know, like the whole Fantogram thing came from just, you know, I heard one of their songs and they hit me on Twitter, and then we met up at Governor's Ball and was like, hey, I like what you do. I love what you do. Let's see what we do together. And they're definitely creative people. And we get in the studio, and then it's just two worlds colliding for real. And then you got Big Rams. But as far as with Brown, you know, was Big Brother from the beginning. He was on the first Outkast song, Players Ball. We did a song called West Savannah. So Fresh, So Clean, The Way You Move. And he's been on a tour with me and on the road with me for some years. And we were just, you know, on the bus and listening to these beats. And he was like, hey man, we need to do some new shit. And we're like, okay. So we just started playing beats, man, and got home and just started hammering at it. I mean, it was just really organically created, never genetically modified. I just got to be at a high level.
No GMOs.
No GMOs. All organic, everything. Okay. I'm also wondering too, Big Boy, who are some of the first artists that you listened to who were not black, who did not, weren't under the genre of soul or R&B or hip hop?
Definitely Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Willie Nelson, Kate Bush, Def Leppard. I listen to a lot of like rock music, Nirvana, of course. And it gives the Beatles. It just goes on and on and on. I mean, we listen to everything.
Come on, man. The big sleepover. Big Boi Sleepy Brown. That's out on the 10th of this Friday. Teddy's on the line from South Carolina. What up, Teddy?
What's going on, Sway, in the morning? What's going on, crew? How y'all doing?
Oh, man, we got a legend on the line with us. We couldn't be any better right now. It's Winning Wednesdays. This is the win.
Yes, indeed. Big W.
I agree, man. And Big Boy, man, Outkast, man. I'm a day one fan. I love Outkast. I love Big Boy. I love Andre, man. That's just, I'm from the South, so that's just what it is. That's what we do, man. From Southern Playalistic, man, to ATLians, man. Like those two albums right there, man, was just, man, y'all just gave the South something to stand for, man. And I just want to give you your flowers while you here, man. And I appreciate everything you're doing, and I'm going to be copping that album.
Hey, appreciate it, bro.
Right.
Appreciate it, man. Much love.
That's what's up, man. How do you handle that, man? Because when y'all first came out, y'all was, you guys were in the trenches. You were in the front line and saying exactly what he's saying. The South has something to say. Now Atlanta is the premier city in the music business, man. How does that feel for you, seeing that?
Right.
It's great, man, to see the city just flourishing, all the new artists and all of us OGs out here just still, just having fun and living life, man. I can say that, and I always tell people this, like Atlanta, it's the camaraderie that's been keeping us, like in the game like this for so long. Like, I mean, everybody work with everybody. Pretty much it ain't, might be a little 10% beef, but you don't really know that. There's so many studios around here, you might pop up on anybody and get the groove. And so, everybody just got to keep on working.
But it's the power source of the music business. The same business at one time tried to keep Atlanta and the South muffled. Like that switch of position, that juxtaposition got to feel good because you were at the forefront of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, once we kind of kicked the door down for the music, and then the whole film and TV industry moved here, then we had music and television, like, boy, and the real estate is going through the roof. So Atlanta's, Chocolate City all day.
Chocolate City, man. We got we're gonna go to Cleveland. They don't call that Chocolate City, but they, it's still a city, huh, Tara?
Wow,
Good
Sway.
morning.
He was reaching. What up, Tara? We haven't heard from you,
Good
boo. How you
morning,
doing?
Tracy. I'm doing good. How are you, Tracy?
I'm swell. I'm happy to hear your voice.
I'm good, Tara. Thank you. Big on the line. Don't embarrass me. What you got?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not going to embarrass you. First of all, I am a huge fan. Like, the Midwest was one of the first areas to embrace the South music, and I have been a fan of y'all since day zero. I love y'all so much. You don't even know. Now, I got a question.
Appreciate it.
What do you think?
All right.
And no problem. What do you think about the state of hip-hop right now with so many rappers getting killed right now? What's your opinion about that?
I think it's what they're putting in the music, I don't really know. I guess for us, it was about, being respected as lyricists. And now, with a lot of the younger ones coming up, the promotion of the violence and the drugs and things like that, I guess they're trying to live it out in real life, and it's dangerous, But, talk to the record labels.
You feel like the record labels got a major responsibility in that too? Of course, right?
They promote it. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, Tyra, great question. Thank you. You're a citizen, as you
That's
know.
Sway in the morning.
All right, I'm going to take one more. Big C in Colorado. What up, Big C?
Big C.
What's up? It's Big C once again. What's up, Tracy G?
Hey, boy.
What's
Big, big
up,
boy.
Say what?
Hey, what's your question, Big C?
Man, my question is, first of all, what's up, Big Boy, man? I've been a big-time fan, came some of your first shows back in Dallas, you know what I'm saying, where I'm originally from. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say I'm proud of you, and you inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Really inspired me to make my first song off a lyric you said back in the day. You said, keep it crunk. You know what I'm saying? I turned it into a hook, you know what I'm saying, did a show, and actually won that show, you know what I'm saying, thanks to you.
Word. Dope.
But my thing is, when you know what I'm saying, when you first started rapping and y'all started doing your thing, even when you changed your name, you know what I'm saying, the Outkast, when did you feel like this is you, this is your career, this is what you're going to be doing, and you finally, you think you got it?
I got to say, when we auditioned for Organized Noise and they took us to the dungeon the very first day, and we met the Goody Mob and everybody and Big Rube and everybody that was at the dungeon, and we heard the sound and we was like, buddy, boy, it was like the tracks were just so dope, and the depth and just the rhythms and everything. We was like, okay, we need to be over here, because what me and Dre was doing, our beats, our first tracks, we was just looping songs on the tape deck, like it was just a loop. You know what I'm saying? There was no program beats or nothing. And we heard some beats from Organized Noise. Like, we want to be with them. And we went, and Big Get pulled up in a Zuzu Trooper outside of a beauty supply store that Rico Wade was working at. And he was playing a Tribe Called Quest, What's the Scenario remix. And me and Dre just went at it, just, you know, back and forth, about 100 bars a piece. And then Rico was like, meet us at the dungeon tonight. And once we got over there, it was over with.
Damn, that's a great story, man. Hey, Big C, thanks for your call. You a citizen, man.
Yes,
that's an awesome ass story, man. Listen, I know you got a lot of press to do, but the big sleepover, what do you want the fans to know about this project in particular? You got a lot of great ones under your belt, but talk to us about this one.
Yes, man, ain't nothing changed, man. I mean, we just, you know, I know it's cliche like fine wine, but we push it every time. You know what I'm saying? We don't just put out music just to put it out. We put it out because we're trying to make a statement and let y'all know that this is reserved seating. These seats ain't gonna be vacant. We're gonna keep our foot on y'all motherfucking neck. Okay. The shit is super duper lyrical. Some of the hardest rapping you're gonna be hearing in the past couple of years is Killer Mike on the album, is CeeLo Green on the album.
Yes.
You know, and it's Dungeon Family for life.
Dungeon Family for life. And before you go, man, I'll be remiss if I didn't ask you this, because we talked about it a little bit when we talked on the phone, but one of the things I admire about you most is your business savvy and your business sense. I brag about that a lot, that you've been able to maintain, even outside of rap, that you've been able to start and function these businesses very successfully, as successful as you are in rap. And you got a lot of entrepreneurs that tune into our show. You listen to it, you see a lot of folks that's getting businesses off the ground. If you had a couple of golden rules that you would suggest, not tell, but just suggest people to look into based on your experiences with business, what would they be?
Invest in things, you know. L.A. Reid taught me that. So the way I pick stocks is like products I might buy, like Apple or Tesla or Netflix. It's something that you use every day. You know what I mean? That's going to be here. Also, real estate is like the main thing now, because one thing about that is they can't print no land or they can't make no more land. So even if you buy you a piece of dirt and hold on to it, get that. I mean, because it's going to appreciate. Always do that, man. And always put something away, man. Put something away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Put something away. Rainy day, huh?
I mean, shit, it's a thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm.
All right, there it is. Big boy, love you, brother. Good to see you. It's been a minute, man.
Man, appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you,
man. Okay, all the time, man. That's Big Boy, y'all. The Big Sleepover. Make sure y'all pick the project out. It's a beautiful sounding project. They got some great videos that go to a lot of the songs. Make sure y'all check all of that out.